Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a revisit of Twister 4K, but for the reason of I was aware when I bought this that there was another version on the market, and I wanted to wait and hope to see a price come down, and I was lucky. I grabbed it. Now the price is shot back up, and the only reason I got it is because this one is the 4K UK edition. And the only reason I took the saran wrap off, so you hold it here, is because the 4K UK edition comes with a bunch of goodies. And that's the only reason why I picked it up, not because of the 100 gigabyte disc. I don't know if I will see a difference between the US release. The US release has a 66 gigabyte disc, and what that basically means is the UK version has more space, so there's going to be a better compression bitrate, so the 4K resolution will look better. Will the everyday consumer notice it? I don't know. I will do that and see if my findings are that this is a better copy, but this one right here is beautiful. I even used it to fine-tune my stereo. I love this copy, and I'm going to wear this out even before I even touch this. But besides that, we're going to go through the unboxing. I'm going to show you all the goodies, so we're not going to compare the footage because again, as you guys know, I don't have a capture card. So with that, before we start, yes, I do have Twisters. Sadly, did not get to see it in theaters, so I'm excited to see this. Excited a lot because Glenn Powell is part of it, and he did work with Bill Paxton on a movie before he passed away. So two Texas boys, it's just fitting. So I'm pretty sure if Bill Paxton was alive and knew that there were going to be another Twister movie, he would say put Glenn in the movie. So I'm excited for this. I will give my review at a later date. All right, so now I wanted to show you one thing before I empty this. Is these are numbered collector's edition. I have 2905 out of 6,000, so that's pretty cool. And I will be giving you close-up shots because I knew what was included in this. So I'm going to give you close-up shots of this and this right here. And then here is the actual movie itself. All right, so we have the theatrical poster right here. And on the other side, I noticed that there was double-sided. So this is the 4K poster, as you can see right here. And what I noticed up top, which was pretty cool, is right here it says from the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to get a frame for this. Really like that. All right, now that we got everything out, we're going to go through the movie. So here's the steel cover, and it does look awesome. I'm actually surprised that it doesn't have any dings, being that these things are not very heavy duty. I do like the design, and this has, you can feel it, that it is embossed. There's some nice texture to it. When we open it, you get two discs. Get this out. So you got Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. I like when the steel covers, the big thing I like about it is the inside, they can usually put pictures in it. So that's really neat. This set reminds me of my Mission Impossible 2 press kit. So the press kit came with pictures, big pictures, and a big book. It was in a folder. And if you haven't seen that video, I do have that up there. It didn't do very well, sadly, I think because of the copyright music. But with that, we'll go through the pictures. The book is quite thick, so we'll go through that last. Now, what I like about these is that it's in person it looks a little better. So as you guys know, I don't do any video editing like with the colors, so what you're seeing, it does look a little bit more contrast heavy, but I want to let you guys know that there is no video editing to enhance any of the colors. So right here on the back we do have Twister with the cover art that everyone's familiar with, and it does look really nice. I do like that. So right here we have the awesome tanker scene when they drive through, when the tanker falls and they drive through. What I've heard about this scene is the stunt driver in the Ram, I think they said that the cabin, the back window here, was blown out when they drove through it. They got really close to the tanker, which was insane. It's an awesome scene. Right here, I love this scene. This picture looks really cool. What I can say about this is, because some people are unsure about it, is what happened to the Ram. And I believe there were 3 or 4 Rams they used. Initially, it was the diesel engine, and they ripped it out and put the petrol one in. And that was because of the audio equipment. Something was happening. But this scene I do like because of the just the shot, the way they filmed the vehicles. And oh, this is actually conjunction. This is part of the scene. So what I was going to say is that the Rams didn't make it. The movie was filmed in 95 and released in 96. This Ram, I believe it's the 2nd generation. It was a prototype by the time they were filming. So even the Hero Ram was crushed because of prototype. Dodge didn't have it on the road yet. It's a shame that they didn't put it in the museum, just like the Jeep right here. It's not the best representation, but this Jeep right here is a 1970s. I forget the model. I believe 3 of them were used, 2 of them were destroyed, and 1 screen used one has been put in the museum. And then even in Wakita, where the movie was filmed, they showcase it yearly with Twister reunion kind of thing that they do. People bring their trucks. It's pretty cool. There was a museum that was put together. Here's the other shot. All right. Here's the I forget what part this is. I think this was near the end, maybe. This is a good shot. I like the stalks, everything. The color grading from the 4K, because I think these are from the 4K. It just looks so good. I love how it was put together. And then the iconic scene, I like this part too. And with that, we will go over to the book. Very thick. Ooh, I like this. This is the going green scene, and I like how they put a Twister in it. What I can say about this, there's plenty of YouTube videos dedicated to the behind the scenes, or even visiting the site where they would film locations, I mean. And this is one I wanted to actually mention because recently seen a video. This is the scene where they are waiting for his truck to get repaired from the flat tire. On your left you have the diner, and on the right you have the garage. Today, at this moment, I don't know if it's still there. On the left side, the diner, I believe, wasn't a real diner. It was just a prop. But the flooring, I was shown in a video that the flooring is still there on the ground, and I think that's pretty cool. But on the right side, this road, is the garage is still there, but also there's a house a little bit further back next to the garage, and the house is still there. It's definitely not in the same condition because, like, as I mentioned, the movie is filmed in 95. It's pretty cool that there are the filming locations, there are buildings, silos, anything you can think of still there. So that's pretty neat. This definitely gives me that Mission Impossible 2 press kit energy. I like that. This was actually good. They're quoting it. I like that scene. Oh, this is actually pretty cool. These pictures right here, I seen on eBay. There's a listing. These are actual pictures. I think they're like 8 by 10. Very similar to the Mission Impossible press kit, indeed, because there's a lot of pictures that they put together. I love that kind of stuff. When you can get press kits and see like dialogue that they're going to use in the movie, anything, it's really cool. Like paper, books like this, showcasing things. This was an awesome scene too, with the drive-in theater. That I seen on a YouTube video because I was curious about like what it looks like and how they did it. That area is just really cool, and the way that they put it together is even better. That's one thing I like about movies, more so like this as opposed to other movies. I use Mission Impossible 2 a lot because it is a childhood favorite, but also because filming locations in Australia, you can still see today some of this stuff, and that movie was filmed in 99 and released in 2000. So it's the same thing here, where a movie like Titanic, 97, there was a lot of set pieces and a spot in Mexico that they went and did things, but there's not really anything you can go and see. A lot of the areas in Oklahoma that they filmed in, people go to and say, oh, this was the scene in Twister, and that's what's really neat about it. Like this scene right here, it's actually cool. That I was actually thinking of this part, and in my review when I talked about the audio, the dialogue, this was the scene I was talking about in the movie when they were in here. Joe and Bill, they're saying something as the tornado is coming through, and I at least I knew what they were saying because I know the movie, but it was a little bit low. I don't know if it was just because of my equipment, but I just thought that the dialogue was a little low. But this is a scene I wanted to talk about because the owner of this farmland here was he was dealing with, I think, 2 different teams part of the movie asking for props and if he had hay, equipment that they can just put in the movie. And it was just funny, the back and forth, because he would have someone ask him, do you have a trailer or do you have a tractor? And then someone else would say, who told you to put this here? And then he would have to tell them. So this scene put together was really cool leading up, because you can see they're in that ditch that they dug out, and coming down the road or the ditch, there was a little dock area that they constructed of wood. That at the video that I watched, there was a post that was still remaining, and the guy said to the people that were filming, it's a YouTube video, if you can get your hands on that post, I don't care, you can take it. And it's at least like maybe a 10-foot drop. Like this area was all overgrown, and there was the wood was not in good condition because, you know, like termites and such. But it was really cool to see that the people that they went to, at least in this one video, were friendly, and they allowed them to film and show them the areas that they filmed, especially in the beginning. If you remember when he wanted to get the divorce papers signed, I seen that area. It looks pretty much identical, a little bit different. That awesome scene. I just think it looks so cool. And this scene too, this was around that scene in the barn, because I was curious how they did this with all the wood, with the fence, because it looked so good. And this is like things that I look for in movies that if it's practical effects or if it's realistic, like in this sense with the fence being pulled apart, they wanted to try to simulate something ripping these out. And I think they put a compressor in the ground as they're running, and it's pushing all of them up into the air. Really cool. And that was the end of the book. And there you go, the UK release. I'm not sure, a lot of people were saying the same thing. Not sure why they didn't release this in America. And, it's a shame, because if you're like me, that was more so wanting this as opposed to the 100 gigabyte disc, it's unfortunate that we didn't get it, but I'm glad that I got my hands on it. And with that, leave your comments down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you in the next one.